Hey everybody, what up? All right, so looking at Claude Code's pricing model, it's like I just did a video recently about Cursor and the fact that its pricing model is completely unsustainable and it's pissing everybody off. And I was, some people are like, "Well, go to Claude Code or whatever." Okay, so I'll try out Claude Code. I've used Claude quite a bit on the web-based interface and all that. But one of the downsides, right, is that it doesn't actually scan all of your code. You have to like upload stuff. It's like difficult, in my opinion, to work in that way. So that's why Cursor brought an advantage of being able to just sort of integrate that right into the editor. Although they rolled their own version of Visual Studio, which is sort of annoying versus creating a plugin, but another topic. But anyway, so I'm like, all right, I'll try Claude Code. Okay. All right. So to install Claude Code, it's actually pretty basic, right? You just simply do an npm global install. So as an example of that, like you simply just put npm-g, which is global for a node module, and it installs it. And then once you do that, you type Claude, and it brings up this prompt. And then if you don't have an account, then it will take you over to this page where it wants you to choose one of these options. So you can do a free plan, which actually doesn't work with Claude Code. Then you can have the Pro plan, which is $17 a month. That's $3 cheaper than Cursor. And then you have the Max plan. And I love this one. It's like they have like 3 slots here. So this one is like, oh, Max plan. Okay, 5 to 20 times more usage than Pro. But then you're like, well, how much usage does Pro allow? And it's like, so none of this stuff is clear. But like when you start looking into the finer details, you look down here, it says prices shown do not include applicable tax. Usage limits apply. So we click on this. And it's like blah, 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 a lot of information here. It's just like, well, what is the price? So then I click on Pro plan. Okay, so now I'm clicking multiple things in here. It's like, does Pro have usage limits? Yes, it does. So Claude Pro offers 5 times the amount of the free service. So if you've used Claude in the past, you know that the free service is actually not very much. You end up tapping out pretty quickly. And the difference between Cursor and Claude Code and using Claude's chat bot, directly on their website is that Claude will limit your resources within a few hours. So like at least with Cursor, you could like blow through your entire quota in like a day, which sucks on its own. But with Claude, you can't even really do that. You're going to blow through your resources in a matter of minutes, and then you're going to be frozen for 5 hours. So that part is also unsustainable because like I can't work that way, right? Especially coding these days. Like you'll get into it. Like for me, I've always gotten into a groove, man. I've been like, if I'm in the zone, I'm, chugging coffee, working late night or whatever, and I'm just pounding out code. I don't want to be frozen for 5 hours and screw up my flow like that. You can't be doing that to me. But anyway, so it gives you an idea. It's like, what is this limited to? So it's like if you have approximately 200 English sentences, assuming your sentences are around 15 to 20 words, you can expect to send around 45 messages every 5 hours. Dude, I'll blow through 45 messages pretty quickly with this stuff because I have to tell it to redo what it's doing all the time. So also that says if the sentences are 15 to 20 words. So if you want this thing to like scan your code base or you're pasting in large files or multiple files, you're going to blow through that quota pretty quickly. So going back to the price point, I love this one again. So it's like, okay, well, Pro is probably not going to work because it's only got 5 times more than the free version. But then I'm like, okay, well, 5 to 20 times more than Pro, that probably makes more sense, but it's $100 and it's like 5 to 20 times. Why is it 5 through 20? What does that mean? And then you look at this and you click on Get Max Plan. And then it talks about the fact that you have to pay $100 a month plus taxes to get 5 times more than the Pro. So that doesn't even really make sense to me at all because like this price costs more than why would you do that? Actually, I suppose that you would save about 3% roughly. Save about 3% roughly then to to pay for $100 a month. And then you could pay $200 a month, and that's where it makes more sense. So basically, they're pricing you in the same way that Cursor is pricing you in, that you have to pay $200 a month for pretty decent requests to be able to work in a given month. So that's sort of where we are. If you're going to use Claude Code, or you're going to use Cursor, and probably Kiro when that is now, you know, off of the beta version, and probably anything that's coming along after this, this seems to be probably the price point that you're going to pay. And I would imagine this is a minimum. So we're probably going to expect to pay, $500 a month at some point. So it's just going to be a requirement for a developer to pay $500 a month for your coding tools. I hope we're not getting into that world, but we certainly could be headed that way. All right, everybody, check out my video game. I am releasing it towards the end of this year. It's pretty much done. Just a few little things here and there, and I'm just making improvements and such. But I like it. It's fun. Check it out.